Hello there and welcome to the weather forecast. My name is Dooley Godot here with you once again with another forecast. And we're going to take a look at the next 3 days ahead. And our city of the day is going to be Birmingham, Alabama. Yes, the county seat of Jefferson County down there in Alabama. It's the most populous county in Alabama, of course. And Birmingham is famous for a lot of activity during the civil rights era, so you can go down there and check out some of the history of Birmingham, Alabama. And the forecast today for Birmingham, you guys are going to be looking at partly cloudy skies, maybe a shower or two, and a temperature of 86 degrees out there. It's also going to be your high temperature as well. You can see your 3-day forecast here, talking about the next few days for you folks down there in the great state of Alabama. Roll Tide, roll tide. That's all we got to say about that one. So anyway, couple things for the channel here. You can leave your likes. I want you to leave your comments down in the comment section and subscribe to the channel because once again, 80% of y'all who watch aren't subscribers. So go ahead, leave your subscription. I'll give you a moment to do so. Alright, thank you very much. And remember to hit that bell so that you can be notified when I post a weather forecast. Alright, so let's move right along here. Got a little bit to cover there. Some stuff down in the tropics getting kind of active down there. We might be seeing something tropical here over the next few days. A lot of rain down in South Florida. Some flooding issues might be occurring down there, so we're going to take a look at that as well. But right now, let's move on to our national radar, and I'm going to show you where showers and storms are affecting people right now. Okay, here we are, and we're going to take a look at our national radar, and I hope you guys can see all of this stuff down here in Oklahoma and Texas, parts of Arkansas as well as Louisiana, as we do have a lot of rain going on down here across the deep south into Texas and Oklahoma, the southern plains here. A lot of heavy rainfall has been in place and has been occurring over the last couple days. Nothing is severe out here today, just a lot of rainfall and some thunderstorms out there today. So we're going to be seeing those showers there today, and those showers are going to extend along the spine of the Appalachian Mountains here through Nashville, through Kentucky, Ohio, and southeastern Indiana as well as parts of Michigan, and into the northeast here we're seeing some showers and maybe some embedded thunderstorms and all of that activity, as we got a lot of tropical moisture to work with here and a small area of low pressure down here across the southern plains that's helping to generate some of that shower activity. So that is a look at the national radar. As far as the southeast concerned, a few snow showers and rain showers, maybe a storm here across the northern Rockies and the high plains out there near Montana and Idaho, maybe also in the state of Washington near Spokane and the inland portions of Washington, maybe a shower or two out there. And also some showers and storms down in South Florida is going to be down there as well. And as we get a close-in look at that activity around the Dallas-Fort Worth area, south of Oklahoma City, over here towards Muskogee, we have Little Rock, Arkansas here. Memphis is off in the distance, just south of Springfield, Missouri. So we got all of this rainfall. So we got a lot of heavy rain out here, flash flooding, and flooding is going to be an issue with this activity. So pay attention to the roadways out ahead of you. If it looks flooded or you see rushing water, turn around, don't drown. Please don't drive over flooded or water-covered highways. So a little bit of safety information for you guys out there. Now it's time for our weather today. So as we move into our weather today, we do have our scatterings of flood watches here. So some flooding issues from heavy rainfall down here, down in Oklahoma, North Texas, through parts of Arkansas and Mississippi there. We're seeing a lot of heavy rainfall. A couple of red flag issues right here. We got our red flag issue down here in New Mexico and in Arizona. There's a red flag. And also air quality issues down in the Phoenix area as we have a lot of heat and stagnant air. So maybe some ozone buildup down there over the big city of Phoenix and maybe down in Tucson as well. So we got some air quality issues, our red flag in place. So we have those dry weather conditions, some high winds in place as well. That's going to lead to that elevated risk for wildfire down there. So please be mindful and watchful of what you're doing down there, as the fire dangers are kind of high in the southwest right now. And we also still have some high wind advisories here across Montana. A lot of high winds out there. And also in the Pacific Northwest, we're dealing with some high wind and some more flooding up there near the Canadian border in Washington, as we have some flooding issues as well. Nice quiet conditions to the east. No watches and warnings in place right now out there. So that is a look at our watches and hazards. And now we're going to talk a little bit about flooding, because we have that situation that's going to develop in Florida over the next, like starting tomorrow, starting Friday and into Saturday. And we have all the heavy rainfall down across the southern plains and through parts of the lower Mississippi Valley, down there through Arkansas and Texas and Oklahoma. We've seen a lot of heavy rain over the last couple of days. So we're going to have issues with flooding and flash floods. So in the event that you're seeing flooding, and flooding can be caused by snow melt. Most of the snow is already melted, so we're not worrying about that. Ice jams, we're not worrying about that. But the issue now is heavy rainfall. So that's going to be the culprit right now for most of our flooding woes across the country. Maybe up in the northern plains by the Dakotas, where the Red River Basin is, you're still dealing with snow melt, when some of that snow is melting in Canada. And so it's running down into the Red River across the northern plains. That's probably the only place I would say that we're still dealing with flooding caused by snow melt issues. But for the most part, right now, it's heavy rain that's causing our flooding in the lower 48. And also, you're going to say more than half of flood fatalities. So more people are drowned in their vehicles because they drive over flooded roads, or it's a flash flood and it's rushing waters and they think they can cross, and they try to cross and their vehicle loses contact and they get swept away by flash flood. So that's where most of the fatalities occur in floods. And never drive into a flooded roadway or around barricades. So if the road is closed, don't turn around, don't drown. That's what we say, okay? Take that very seriously. So heavy rain or saturated soil can lead to flooding, right? At some point, it gets to the point where the ground can't absorb any more moisture. So it just sits on the top, and it can take away the topsoil, and you can have your raging flash flood. So more than half of all flood fatalities, again, are vehicle related, all right? And it only takes 12 inches of rushing water to carry away a small car. So about a foot of water can lift your wheels off the surface and carry you downstream. And turn around, don't drown. All right? Very important. Please pay attention to that, because a lot of people die because they get caught in flash floods. There are videos on top of videos of water rescues from people trapped in their vehicles in flash flooding situations, especially in the Southwest, where the soil is very dry and it's in situations where it can't absorb the water. And here we are. Here are some of the things that we talk about here as forecasters. We issue flood watches and flood warnings. Right now, we got several flood watches in place, which means a flood watch is issued when flooding is possible. So that means you're going to see a lot of rainfall or conditions that exist that are conducive to flooding to occur. And stay tuned to trusted news sources like me and the National Weather Service and your local television, and be ready to seek higher ground. Be prepared. All right. So, in a flood warning, a flood warning is issued when flooding is happening or about to happen. Okay, and move to higher ground immediately. Never drive or walk through floodwaters. We saw that as the issue when there are hurricanes. Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people die as a result of drowning in floodwaters and getting caught in floodwaters. And take action. So move to higher ground. So we're coming into our tropical season. Tropical storms, hurricanes produce a lot of rainfall. Flooding is one of the major issues when we're dealing with tropical storms and hurricanes. And a lot of people get in trouble because they don't evacuate when the evacuation word is given. So when they're told to evacuate, get out. Don't hang around. Don't have hurricane parties. Florida, this is for you. No hurricane parties. When you get the warnings, get out of town. All right. So again, all right, this is a big thing. You see this a lot in the Southwest, and in fact, this is taken from a roadway in the southwestern U.S. So you see a lot of times where roadways are damaged or washed away as a result of heavy rainfall and flooding. All right, so here we are with your regional 3-day forecast, and we're going to start with the Northeast, and we're going to talk about the rainfall we're going to be seeing out there this afternoon and evening across the Northeast. So New England going to have some rainfall. We'll see some showers and storms in the mid-Atlantic. We'll see our severe weather here around the D.C., Philadelphia, and Baltimore area, and you're going to be looking at some heavy rain as well as some damaging winds is going to be the primary threat. Not worried about tornadoes today, and maybe some nickel to quarter size hail, but not gorilla hail. Marginally severe storms in this area, but we will see showers and storms extend down the eastern seaboard and into Florida as well. We could start to see some of that heavy rainfall. That thunderstorms and showers will extend along the Gulf Coast, through the Appalachian Mountains, down through the lower Mississippi Valley and into Texas. We'll be seeing some showers and thunderstorms as well through the southern plains, through the high plains into Colorado and New Mexico. A few storms here in Nebraska, as well as in the Pacific Northwest, and the Northern Rockies is going to pick up a few showers and storms today as well. We'll see a dry day here across the northern plains and the upper Midwest. Maybe a shower along the U.S.-Canadian border, and a storm here in northeastern Wisconsin and the upper peninsula of Michigan. There might see a small shower or storm. Dry weather here across the Southwest, but remember, it's hot down there. We're going to start to see those triple digits come into play here across the desert Southwest this afternoon. So please take your precautions to guard against heat stroke or heat exhaustion and different things like that down there in the Southwest, as this can be really, really hot. Here is tomorrow's forecast. Again, that dry and hot weather here across the Southwest. A few showers and some storms, maybe a snowflake in the higher elevations of the Cascade Mountain Range, and we'll see those showers and storms extend into the northern Rockies, the high plains, into the Midwest and the central plains. Scattered showers, thunderstorms down into Texas. Our area of severe weather in West Texas here, and the Texas Panhandle and far eastern New Mexico. We can see our thunderstorms that's producing gorilla hail. So large hail and some damaging winds is going to be primary threat. Tornado risk is going to be kind of low with this, but some hailers is going to be the big thing, and some heavy rain down here in North Texas. So we'll see these showers and storms throughout the state of Texas for your Friday out there. So we'll be seeing those showers and storms extend along the Gulf Coast as well. We'll see those Gulf Coast thunderstorms along this cold front here that's going to extend up the eastern seaboard, just go offshore around the mid-Atlantic states, come back over New England. So we'll see more showers and some storms there in the northeast. We'll see some more storms and showers here along the southeast down into Florida. Our tropical effects really starts to kick up here in South Florida, so we will see that heavy rainfall and that potential there for flash flooding. So again, that was one of the purposes of putting that last report I put out up there, because of this heavy rain and flash flooding. Tropical systems can produce a lot of rainfall, so something to be careful with down there if you live in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or over the Florida Keys. All right, so the same thing for your Saturday out there. We'll see that heavy rain and tropical moisture down here in Florida continuing, so please pay attention to that. And we'll see showers and storms all the way through the state of Florida up into the southeast here with this cold front. We do have our little tropical system right here. I kind of doubt that it's going to form into a tropical storm or depression at this point. I don't think it's going to make it to that, because the conditions down over the Gulf is just not favorable for tropical storm development at this time. But it will still produce heavy rainfall regardless of what it does from here on out. It's going to produce a lot of rain down there in Florida. So we'll see showers and storms here in the southeast, back over towards Texas and the southern plains. It will go through the Mississippi Valley here, all the way up to the upper plains and the northern plains in the upper Midwest, up through Minnesota. We'll see some rain showers out there for your Saturday. Thunderstorms from southern Minnesota down to the Gulf Coast. We'll see it over the Illinois Valley and the Mississippi Valley as well. We'll be seeing some showers and thunderstorms for your Saturday, but not much in the way of severe weather for Saturday. But we will see a lot of scattered showers and storms here through the entire Midwest, the High Plains, the Northern Rockies, the Pacific Northwest as well. We're going to be seeing those showers and some rain and thunderstorms over there toward the Pacific Northwest. Couple snowflakes again in the highest elevations of the Cascades, and again here in the Northern Rockies, couple spots might pick up some snow as well. But again, not a whole lot to worry about out there, but a lot of scattered showers and storms. Nothing too particular going on across the country. Overall, the picture is not too bad for your Saturday, with the exception of South Florida as the only place I see with any true hazardous weather. Excuse me. Everybody else is just going to see general showers and thunderstorms across the Midwest and the Northern Rockies and the High Plains. Dry weather here in the Mid-Atlantic and in the Southwest for your Saturday. Again, going to keep being hot down here. Arizona, Southern California, New Mexico. A lot of desert heat down there, triple deserts for the deserts down there for your Saturday. All right, so that was a look at your regional weather forecast. Now here's our severe weather outlook for the next few days here. Here's our surface map, and we do see a couple cold fronts here today. We got this one here that's going down towards the southwest into South Texas here. We're going to be seeing scattered showers and storms producing along this frontal boundary, and we do have our area of severe weather back here towards New Mexico and West Texas, and again toward the northeast for today. That's where we'll see our severe weather, and we have the secondary cold front here across the northern plains and the upper Midwest. That's going to spread a few showers today here across parts of Wisconsin and Michigan and along the U.S.-Canadian border. Then we have another front that's coming on shore. This area of low pressure here is going to be responsible for showers and storms here across the Northern Rockies and the Pacific Northwest today. But you see high pressure in control over California as well as over the center of the nation here in the Midwest and the Central Plains. High pressure is going to promote beautiful weather conditions for your Thursday out there in this region and into the Great Lakes, okay? And here we are as we look at your Friday. So your Friday high pressure is going to continue here through the Central Plains and the Midwest. We'll see some showers and storms associated with this frontal boundary here down near the Gulf of Mexico and the South Texas coast here. And I almost said South Texas toast. I know we all love Texas toast. But anyway, we'll see our severe threat here in West Texas for your Friday afternoon. Here's where we can see that gorilla hail and some damaging winds from some of those thunderstorms down there for your Friday. But for the most part, just general showers and storms along the Gulf Coast, up the eastern seaboard toward the mid-Atlantic. Things will dry out in the mid-Atlantic, and then showers and storms will pick up again in the New England area. And then we'll see that heavy rainfall again down here in Florida from that tropical area of low pressure down there. And we still will be dealing with that heavy rainfall both Friday and Saturday. Here we are for your Saturday, that heavy rainfall down here in South Texas, South Florida again along the Gulf Coast and the eastern Atlantic down there. So you'll be dealing with that tropical system. And we'll see a lot of showers and storms here through the Midwest and the Plain States now as our next weather systems comes out into the Midwest from the Rockies. And that's going to spread some heavy rain and some showers and storms. But no severe weather expected on Saturday. And that frontal boundary goes all the way up into Canada through the northern Rockies here and along the Front Range. So this is going to promote some wet weather here along the Front Range and the High Plains into Montana, Idaho, as well as the Pacific Northwest. We're going to see some more showers and maybe some thunderstorms out that way for your Saturday. Nice dry weather here across the South for Saturday through the Ohio Valley and the mid-Atlantic states and into the Northeast. We'll see dry weather for the most part. Maybe some showers there in Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire and far upstate New York from this cold front right here. But for the most part, going to be dry day for your Saturday. A nice day for a good chunk of the eastern half of the nation. You guys want to see nice weather conditions. All right, here is your tropical, your severe weather outlook. So are here for your severe weather here. We got New York City and Philadelphia. We have Washington D.C., Baltimore here. These guys can see that severe weather. You have that slight risk for severe weather here, and you're probably going to see some damaging wind. It's probably going to be the most dangerous threat. Maybe some dime size, a quarter size hail. So not too bad all in all. No tornadoes are expected, but just I don't think they're expected. Don't mean they're not possible. So we can always see a random tornado always, so always not put your guard down just because they're not particularly forecasted. And here we'll see this marginal risk for some severe storms all the way down into parts of Texas and Louisiana. So we got pretty much the entire Appalachian Mountain Range going to be seeing our marginal risk for severe thunderstorms. So this is marginally severe, isolated severe storms down through the Appalachian Mountain Range to the lower Mississippi Valley. Here is the list of cities that's going to be dealing with that. In the cities in our slight risk: Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington D.C., Richmond, Virginia, and Arlington, Virginia is going to be some of the major metropolitan areas that is in the yellow slight risk. Now, the green marginal risk, we have Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? Virginia Beach, Virginia, Atlanta, Georgia, Norfolk, Virginia, and Greensboro, North Carolina. You guys are going to be in that line for the potential for marginal severe risk. So you're going to have about the weaker chances for some severe weather, but it's going to be possible, right? So that's the severe weather outlook for Friday. Here we are with Saturday. So we have a much lower chance, a smaller area that's going to be affected by severe weather. We got the southeastern coast here. That cold front still going to be in this region, and it's just enough instability here and just enough to cause some marginally severe weather here, as well as down in South Florida, where we're dealing with that tropical disturbance down there. That's what we'll call it, a tropical disturbance. And here in Texas, our gorilla hail and damaging winds and some rain is going to be possible here through West Texas, but we can see that marginal risk for severe storms all the way up into the high plains and the front range of the Rockies out there for your Saturday. So this is where our severe weather threat is going to be. Cities that's going to be in our slight risk category is Lubbock, Texas, Amarillo, Clovis, New Mexico, Plainview, Texas, and Hereford, Texas. In our marginal risk, we're talking about Aurora, Colorado, Mobile, Alabama, Savannah, Georgia, Columbus, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina. You guys are all in the zone that's going to be for possible marginal risk for severe weather for your Saturday. So that is a look at we got one more day. So that was Friday, and we have Saturday to worry about. So now Saturday, we really just have to worry about here across the high plains and the Midwest here, the central plains, central and southern plains, and down there again in South Florida from our tropical disturbance. So cities and the marginal risk for Saturday is going to be Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Kansas, Norman, Oklahoma, Wichita Falls, Texas. I'm surprised they didn't put Miami, because Miami, well, maybe it's just south of Miami down here for that marginal risk down there. Okay, so Key Largo, Marathon Key, Pine Key, down here in Florida, you guys will have that marginal risk for severe weather as well for Saturday. So that was a look at the severe weather forecast. Here is our tropical outlook. We'll make this quick so we can wrap this up for you guys to get on with your day. All right, so here's our other invest number 2 here. Not much is going to happen with this. Way too much shear as we have that cold front approaching. So there's a lot of shearing here, so nothing's going to develop. Then we have this guy here. Now this, I think, is the remnants of Hurricane Agatha. That was the Category 3 storm on the Pacific side, but now it's going to move out into the Gulf. But it's still a little bit too much shear going on, and most of the precipitation is going to be to the right side here, so it's not going to be able to wrap this around and organize. All of the storms is going to be sheared off to one side, so it's not going to really be able to get its act together here. So this disturbance is going to drift towards South Florida by the day Friday and Saturday. So we'll be seeing just heavy rain down along the South Florida coast. So we kind of dodged a bullet there as far as any tropical development or hurricane or tropical storm is concerned, but you will deal with that disturbance in South Florida. All right, so that is a look. Here's the Pacific. Again, nothing to talk about here. Our intertropical convergence zone thunderstorms, nothing really active going on. Nothing looking like it's trying to organize or drift off to the northwest here. So normal conditions down here across the ICTZ in the Eastern Pacific. All right, so that was a look at your weather forecast for the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My name is Dooley Godot. Thanks for watching. Please leave your likes, comments, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys with the next forecast. Bye-bye.